Everyone, guten Morgen from Berlin. So, if you look at the city around us, everything feels automated, and S-Bahn and supermarket checkouts, even the way we find apartments, everything is kind of automated. And lately, every time I tell someone that I'm a data scientist, they ask me the same question: Is my job safe? So is AI going to replace me by 2027? So if you look at the headlines, the answer seems to be yes. But if you look at the data, the answer is much more interesting. Today, I'm going to show you the invisible line between what AI can do and what it will never do. So if you're in tech or marketing or even in any creative field, you need to see the reality check before you start panicking. So let's talk about what AI is. So in the lab, we call it task automation, not just a job replacement. So think about your working day. You have a repeatable task and a variable task, and AI is coming for the repeatable ones. So if your job is taking data A and moving it to spreadsheet B, yes, an AI agent in 2026 can easily do that much faster than you. Then you can drink your morning coffee, right? So if there is a secret that AI is a stochastic parrot, it's a prediction engine based on the past. So it knows what happened in 2024 and 2025, and it has no idea what is happening right now. For example, I'm in Moabit, so yeah, Moabit. So it lacks those contextual intuition, and it can write a report, but it doesn't know why the report matters to your boss. In 2026, being a doer is cheap. Trust me, bro. And being an architect is where the money is going, right? And let's say we say for an example of a bridge, you could train an AI to design it in just 10 seconds, and it knows the physics, it knows the load bearing mat and the cost of the steel, but an AI can't tell you if people of Berlin will actually like the bridge, right? This is a matter of question, yeah. And it doesn't understand the Keys culture, which is very popular in Berlin, and it doesn't even know that if people gather here to watch the sunset. So this is the human mode. AI creates a standardized value, as you all know, but human create unique meaning. And if your job requires empathy, negotiation, or navigating human messiness, like a difficult client or a complex team dynamic, then you are pretty much safe. And AI provides the bricks, but it's you who is responsible for deciding where the bridge should go, right? And we are moving from a world of labor to a world of judgment. Very important, remember. And so you may be worried that, okay, so how do you actually survive this transition, right? So I use three rules every day. So you have to become the editor, not just the writer. So stop trying to beat the AI at speed. That you can never manage to do it. But use this AI to do the first 80% of the work, and then spend your energy on the final 20% that requires the human judgment, which is very crucial. That is what AI is still lacking of. And the second one could be focusing on high stakes decision. So AI is great at low stakes tasks like email summaries. Humans are essential for high stakes tasks where a mistake actually matters. So master the responsibility part of your job, and you have to double down. The third one, you have to double down on analog networking, which is very also crucial. In a world of AI generated messages, a physical meeting at Berlin Cafe is a superpower, and deep human connections are the only thing that cannot be scrapped or moduled. So the AI revolution is not just a replacement event, it's a reskilling event. The people who lose their jobs won't lose them to AI, and they will lose them to other human beings who know how to use better AI. And I want to know your thoughts also. Do you feel like your company is leaning too hard into automation, or are you just seeing the benefits? Let's talk in the comments. And if you're still worried about the math, check out my video on linear regression. It explains also the logic behind these predictions. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the day, and I'll see you at the next ship block. Cheers.